They say winning ain't everything. Well, we don't have them type conversations over here, man. Had that conversation with the losers. We trying to win at everything we do. Even in the loss, we don't see defeat. We see a lesson learned. Straight up. Look, I came into this world in 1978. The doc looked me in my face and knew I was something great. 45, 42 Prescott, that's where I'm from. Grew up in the slums around dope dealers and bums. As humble as I was, I adapted to my habitat. In my own lane though, far from where they crashing at. Dumb bar graduate, the game I done mastered it. Served in the Navy, look, y'all don't know the half of it. Pops passed in '01, moms passed last year. I know they up in heaven smiling down, crying mad tears, cause they son making it. No telling where I'm taking it. My city been cursed, but I feel that I'm breaking it. Coached at Wayne High in 15 in one state. Seen the fork in the road and went straight. I know what I'm worth, I'm OG King CURT. Brooklyn Nets gaming crew legend, let's work.
Hey, this is OG King CURT, your host of the OG2CENTS podcast. I want to thank each and every one of you who tune in every Sunday. We truly appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Also, give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Helps us out a lot. The links for all available streaming platforms are available in the description. Let's continue to stand up against any forms of social injustice and racism. And, this episode is brought to you by Zenni Blocks. Make sure to armor your eyes with Zenni Blocks virtual clear blue blockers. It's important to protect your eyes from the harmful blue lights from your digital screens, so you have less eye strain, and that makes for better sleep and performance. Check them out at zenni.com/gaming or follow them at Zenni Gaming on Twitter and Instagram. Today's episode is episode 36, Mr. Realo. We have Ramo. I don't want to mess his last name up, so I'm just going to stick with Ramo. He's from the Brooklyn, New York, professional NBA 2K League player for Pistons GT. He was drafted number 5 overall in the first inaugural season. And he's been an all 2K League performer, first team in season 2. He's led the Pistons GT and Pacers game into the playoffs in his first 2 seasons. He's the creator of Realo, and we're going to get into that. But with further ado, Ramo, how you doing?
Chilling, man. Everything's good, but I need you to pronounce my last name one time, just for the podcast. Let me just hear it one time.
Radoncic.
Radoncic, yeah.
Radoncic, okay.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, hey, I've been known for screwing up names, so I was like, I ain't want to touch.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not too good with names either.
Well, man, hey, just jumping right into it. You've always been one of the top players in the NBA 2K community. You've held it down in your first 3 seasons in the NBA 2K League. So I just, some people know your story, some don't. I just want you to tell us the story and how you got to where you are today.
Yeah, so I first started playing basketball around the age of I would say 11, 10 years old. And what funny thing is, what got me into basketball was what the player that got me in was Tracy McGrady. I always loved watching Tracy McGrady, and I always felt like he was probably the best basketball player at that time, and still do, scoring-wise. But, yeah, till then, video game was always a hobby since a young age. And I started playing, NBA Street, NBA Jam, NBA Ballers, or NBA Live. Then they transitioned to 2K, and then, here we are, 2K. And I was always in the competitive scene, giving people buckets, starting off big man, my player, 2K11 crew. That's what really got me in the competitive scene. 2K11 crew, that's where it all started. And fast forward to 2K17, we competed in the 250K tournament. And who was I playing with at that time? I can't remember. I think it was Too Raw, I want to say.
Yeah,
Too Raw.
It's funny how since everything seemed like such a long time.
I know. I can't remember who I was playing with. Whatever. 250K tournament, and we was hearing little mixtures of noises throughout the 2K Take-Two was going to announce a league, NBA 2K League, and everybody was talking about it. We didn't think it was true until it really did get announced. And me feeling like I'm one of the best players in the world, even amongst my peers telling me I'm one of the best players or what I do. I was like, this is a no-brainer for me to try it once it comes out. And, Combine came out. I dominated. I was pretty good in the competitive prom scene, probably the best I would do. I was playing power forward time with Space Jam, my brothers JT, Hot Shot, Charger, Fab, Shots, all players I came up in the 2K community playing with. And, got drafted 5th overall, literally changed my life. And here we are today.
Yeah, man. I it's funny because I had the opportunity of watching y'all, back in 2016, pretty much dominate the scene. I mean, JT, Space Jam was man, wasn't nobody touching him, especially on that. On the Xbox side. I think y'all went over and did some work on the PS4 side too. So, it's just been incredible for me to watch a lot of players grow from their amateur status to now their pro status. Like the episode, Realo. A lot of people hear it, a lot of people use it now. Some people don't know where it came from or actually what it means. So just hearing it from the creator himself, what is Realo?
So what Realo is, me and Wolf started playing when I got traded to the Pacers after season 1. Me and Wolf used to use the term real estate. We got real estate on people, and what real estate is, we're in your head, And so what I did was I pretty much broke down real estate into Realo. So when I say Realo, it's pretty much a short version of real estate. So, I'll be over here yelling at people talking about I got Realo on you. And, it just expanded. The whole 2K community uses it. All the 2K Pro and comp community uses it. And hopefully I can make it something bigger than what it is,
Gotcha. I got a dual question for you. I mean, you're one of the veterans in this league. I mean, you've been in since the first season. I mean, you got drafted to Pistons GT, went to Pacers, and then went back to Pistons GT. I mean, just overall, man, like, what is your feeling? What is the feelings that you have now being a veteran versus when you first initially got drafted? Like, how have things changed, or have they changed, and what's different?
Well, first things first, I feel like I've been a veteran way past the 2K League, That's one thing. But, I feel like I grew a lot from just as a player and as a person, as a leader in this league since season 1. I learned a lot, what it takes to win, what it takes to lead the guys off the court, on the court. And season 1, I feel like I was kind of immature, when it came to just coming into the league. Didn't really know how to lead as well. I knew how to lead, but not, as strong as I did from now. And going into season 2, I'm coming into an environment where it's like very, very cultured. Like they have their own, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't even think on top of my head, but they pretty much do stuff their way, They do stuff their way, and, there's already the head honcho there, which is Cody, Wolf. I'm coming in as one of the best players in the world, and my job pretty much is to just, do whatever I can to help the team win. And I didn't really have to lead as much, And that season too, we also had some old heads, as people call us in the 2K community. You got Beezy, and that was also the second leader of the team right there. Beezy, me, Wolf. And I didn't really have to lead as much. All I had to do was really put the orange in the basket. And but after all those seasons, when it was all said and done, I feel like I learned a lot when it comes to just leading, what it takes to, make a team win and, try to take them to the next level. And season 3, this the one I feel like molded me into like what it is now. I just know what it takes to win, and going into season 4, because season 3, it was a bad year. It was a rough year. And just seeing the ups and downs, it was like a roller coaster year. And it's just something, you don't really want to go through again. And just, you pretty much, got to lead by example. It's just an up and down season, pretty much what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, we, of course, I think throughout all our careers, we're going to experience some highs, some mids, some lows. I mean, good seasons, bad season. I mean, it's going to happen. I think you know, it's crazy because I mean, you know, because the way our league is set up, it doesn't, you know, it allows for changes. And the way our game is in general, our game shifts from year to year, so the consistency is up and down, and ultimately, I think that wavers on the leagues with some people's success and failure. So, yeah, I mean, I think, of course, as expected, I mean, I think you do a great job at leading and doing what you do, and I think a lot of people are going to benefit from that going forward. What separates you from some of the players that you came in with in the inaugural season?
Uh, I got drafted pretty high as a big man in the league. I think I was the second big man off the board. Moody was first, but come on now, we all know who's better. But you know, it's just the IQ, just the IQ. I feel like I know the game. I see the game in a different light. I know stuff that some people wouldn't know unless they, you know, I would tell them. And I could score the ball. I could pass the ball. I'm pretty much jack of all trades when it comes to a big man. I'm a point guard in a big man's body. And you know, my leadership, obviously, as we talked about earlier. And I would just say the main thing is just the IQ. I feel like I got way more IQ when it comes to just the knowledge of just basketball and 2K.
Got you. What are some things that people don't know about Ramo that they should know?
That I'm a very passionate player, as you know. They do know I talk a lot of trash. I'm the youngest of three, and I literally just do whatever it takes to win at this point. And I can't wait for season 4 just to show that.
Got you. Kind of leading into that, like the off season. You of course you're always on the grind. You're always playing a lot. But you got your own brand now, Realo State University. You have already been making some noise. What has that been like, and how did you go about putting not only the brand together, but putting the team together?
Yeah. So funny thing about that. All right, let's start off with the players. I knew Charger was getting retained on the Pistons right after the exit interview. So we was pretty much gonna form a team together, and Charger wanted to play Rhea. So that's boom. That's me, Charger, and Rhea. Mama wants to tag along, so we knew the roster from get-go since the beginning of 2K21, but we just didn't form the team right or before 2K21, and we just didn't form the team, and we was looking for a fit for the longest, but wasn't really looking, you know. So fast forward, you know, 1 week after 2K21, we grabbed Doza, and we are just contemplating just what the team name is gonna be. And you know, you got a whole bunch of trolls on the team. They wanted the circus, the freak show, just because you know there's a whole bunch of trolls on the team. And I was like, bro, I'm not playing under that. Like, what do I look like to you, a clown? You know? And some of the people in my chat was talking about Realo Estate University. I thought that would be a cool idea, and you know, formed Realo Estate University, and I feel like we've been playing pretty good, you know, as a whole under that brand. And we look to make way more noise than what we did just in the Prestige Finals. And stay tuned because this will expand into next gen too.
Got you. The logo. Who's that? Is that whose concept was that? Was that yours or was it collaboration? For Realo Estate University.
Realo Estate University. That's Alpha. Alpha came with the idea. That's pretty much all Alpha, to be honest. I just wanted him just, you know, put a university in there, and he just makes his magic work. But my own personal branding logo, that was me and Alpha.
Gotcha.
You know, like I said, Alpha does all the work. That kid is something special when it comes to graphics.
Oh no, definitely. I agree. He's one of the top people I like to go to. I mean, when I need something, I got some few loyals that I stick with. But if I ever need to go outside the box, he's definitely one of them. Other than playing the game in the off season, where you at? What you doing? What's going on with you off the stage?
So I did decide that I wanted to spend my off season in Detroit. I'm still in the same apartment that we started off with since the beginning of the season, and I'm actually rooming with my brother JT. So me and him are just grinding our ass off, trying to go into the season 4 with a chip on our shoulder, because the season 3 ended off in a way where we both wasn't pleased with. We was second to bottom last, 3-13, and just knowing the players we can be, it's not something that sit well with us, So we just decided to room with each other and just try to expand our brands, Twitch, social media, whatnot, and just work on our overall game.
Now, it's a lot of people, a lot of players out here wanting to be prospects and pursue the NBA 2K League. What I want to ask you and kind of talk about to those type of players that's out there, like, because a lot of times the league players get criticized for playing with each other in the offseason. And me personally, I think I would be looking at it as target practice. If I was a prospect and trying to make the league, I want to play against you guys and different things of that nature. But talk about the how you view it and see people attack the league players for playing together and different things of that nature. And it's sort of like when players are trying to put together a team, and you always hear this thing about stop looking for names and stop doing this or whatever. And I've been getting a lot of good feedback from a lot of different league players through the show about different thoughts and ideas that they have going into how people, how the perception of the league players are.
I mean, you got to make a name for yourself some way or another. So whether it's league players playing with each other, you playing with your own friends, in real life friends, or just finding guys on the 2K, everybody starts from somewhere. The problem I see with the 2K community or the new up and coming guys is they want to be in the league once they join the 2K community, and nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen overnight. This is a grind. You can't expect something to just be given to you. You know what I'm saying? And the 2K league players playing with each other, these are guys that have been playing with each other before the league. Most of them at least, or they knew each other and they just want to play with each other in the off season and don't want to really like grind the game like the other guys and just they just form a team and it's just talent pretty much. There's no chemistry involved, or unless like I said, they might have played with each other before the league. Most of the guys I play with, I knew before the league, and I probably don't really play with guys that I just met and from the 2K comp community, like the up and coming guys, little young guys, young cats. But for the most part, I would say is like everybody starts from somewhere. This ain't gonna happen overnight. This is a grind, and if you're not willing to put the work in, nothing's really gonna come from this. So I would say put the work in and just give it all and just make a name for yourself. Don't try to cheat the process.
Well put. Thoughts on NBA 2K21 and next gen?
Honestly, I think 2K21, I feel like we're like the test dummies for next gen. The game has got better patch by patch. I'll be real with that. But one thing, as a big, I'm not going to be too fond of it because I want to mash. You can't mash in the paint. I'm talking about you miss 4%, 13s, opens, all types of stuff. So it's like, when it comes to a big man's perspective at 2K21, I'm probably not going to like it. But overall, I do like the features they put in the game. Like when it comes to neighborhood, the WNBA stuff, the league stuff, my team stuff, I feel like they did a good job with that. And I feel like next gen, I feel like it's going to go to the moon because I remember when it was 2K14, Xbox 360, the game was good, But when that Xbox One came out, I'm talking about the game was like, it was the best, It was something we never seen before. Graphics, gameplay, everything. It was just, like I said, it went to the moon. And that's why I feel like next gen is going to be for 2K20. I got high expectations, so hopefully 2K21 don't let me down next gen. But as of right now, I do like the game for the most part.
Okay. Now you have become a part of the My Team community, correct?
Yes, sir.
How's that going for you?
So I did play the other day, and I didn't grind my team the way I should have because I was playing pro-am, grinding my players and whatnot. But, me being cocky, I thought I could compete in there, which I did. But when you play against – you're supposed to – all right, to qualify, you're supposed to play against the Sweetie Pies. What the Sweetie Pies is It's teams that don't have like, high overall players and, you just blow them out by like 40, 50, 60 points. Me, my first 4 games, I ran into people that had literally decked out squads better than mine. And on top of that, I'm not even lying about this, the Cronus Max controller, which is the little modded controller where you shoot centers every time without the meter.
Right.
And I won. But the fact is, you got to run through the tournament, the qualifier. You got to blow people out every single game. Me winning by 10, 15 points ain't really going to cut it. So after a while, I was like, I wasn't going to make it, so there's no point in really trying. But later on in that day, we did play in the 2K Gods finals against Keenan and the Warriors at the Bucks. So I did get my redemption there. We won like 1,000 cash. I was on Giannis just dunking all over them every play, speed glitching them, so that was fun.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've been seeing your center and pro-am got wiggles.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, I'm looking for that lane. You give me that lane, I'm throwing it on your head, and you're gonna hear a little high pitched Ramo voice.
Hey, thoughts on season 4? I know you touched on it a little bit, but going into season 4, what's your thoughts?
Kurt, I'm be real with you. I'm super excited. Like, it's just really, I just want to get back into it. Like I said before, that season 3 did not sit well with me. So I want to come into the season 4 and prove people wrong. And it's not even necessarily about proving people wrong. It's like, I don't really care what the outsiders think, what, my peers think, anything. It's about proving myself wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'll prove myself right. I know how good I am in this game. I know how good we're going to be in season 4. It's only a matter of time. And I think it starts, where is it? October 28th, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's when draft lottery is, I think. Not 100% sure, but whatever. That's where it starts. We get a good pick there. To be honest with you, it doesn't matter what pick we get. I'm still going with the same mentality, and we're making playoffs. We're going to make some noise, winning banner, championship, something. And that's the promise I gave to my organization. I'm going to stick with it.
Gotcha. If there was anything that you could change about the NBA 2K Pro-Am community, what would it be?
I would just say the integrity of 2K Pro-Am. Like, I feel like back in the day we had way more respect for each other when it comes to like for instance, point spreads, playing the game, roster changes. It was just like more tight knit. Like nobody really like left each other's teams. Like it was like one real loyal like teams, and we all just compete against each other. Now it's just like team hopping, and everybody's just trying to get their name up and whatnot. Like back in the day, the main brands: Space Jam, Throwdown, Slight Work, GFG. I can't even think off the top of my head. Still Trail, teams like that.
Yeah.
And like those are the teams I just used to stay with each other, and then 250 came, or it wasn't even the 250 came. It was the 2K League. Once the 2K League came, it's like everybody's everywhere. Because, once the 2K League comes out, you're not playing with your pro-am teams no more, for the most part, You're playing with guys that are on your professional organization and competing for way more money than what you did in the pro-am community. So it makes sense to join up with those guys in your team and, build chemistry.
Gotcha. Now kind of piggybacking off of that, a lot of times we see in the off season, the pros go back and play in the pro-am events and different things like that. And certain players seem to perform better on retail, quote unquote, better than they do in the league. Yes. What are some reasons why you think that may exist?
To be honest with you, there's no real answer on this.
Right.
But it's like, I feel like retail is a little easier when it comes to league, but the league bill is not retail at all. Like when people play in the combine, be like, look, I can drop 40, 50 points. If I was in league bill, it's not the same bill. Like the league bill is unique. It's nothing really cheesy in the league bill. Like there's no contact dunks. There's not going to be, don't get me wrong. There can be exploits, you know what I'm saying? But it's not what's in the retail bill won't be in the league bill. So like, for instance, what do they have? Like the speed glitching. I know the speed glitching stuff is not going to be in the league bill. Contact dunks, that wasn't in the league bill. No double Gatorade bar, like stuff like that. It's more of a skill gap. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to retail, you can dribble. the air out the ball, not lose stamina. Curry slide all game, you know. So like, and then another thing is too, people play with their teams on retail. People they're more comfortable with, and they're in the right setting, right, you know, where people just like trust in them. They're buying into their system rather than, you know, buying into 2K leagues, NBA 2K league organization's system, you know. So it's mainly just that comfort zone. I would think. I don't know. That's what I would do. Like I said, there's no real answer for it.
No, yeah, basically just your thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, coming from New York to Detroit, what are some things that, like, at times you miss about being in New York, and what are some things that you like about Detroit?
So New York is a city that never sleeps. That's one thing I always love about it. And it's not like I left it, you know. I'm about to go back and visit very soon. But like I said, it's a city that never sleeps, and I feel like I can go outside and whatever time it is, the store will be open. You go somewhere else, you know, stores close around like what, 10, 9 or whatnot. New York, I can go outside whatever time it is, store is open. That's one thing that will always be undefeated with New York. But Detroit or Michigan, I would say. Well, we are in Detroit, but I just love the state and city overall. Like, it's nice out. You know, we're in a good area, thankfully. Shout out to Pitch GT. And, you know, the facility is very close. So it's like a 6-7 minute walk, which is right there, compared to I remember what it was season 1. It was a 40-minute car drive. So that was hell. But Pacers, it was like, 15-minute, 20-minute walk. So just everything's close. And then on top of that, we got Adam and Dewan in Detroit. And whenever we need to go grocery shopping, food shopping, they take us. So I like Detroit right now. And then New York, obviously, you know, family members. Family members are there, so it just makes it easier for me and playing ball over there. You know, Detroit, I don't know nobody. So I'm just sticking to playing the game and just trying to grind for the off season and trying to get better going into season 4.
Gotcha. Now, at this portion of the show, it's called OG Wants to Know. And basically, it's just rapid fire questions. Answer open as honestly as possible. Yeah, you can also decline as well. But jumping right into it, biggest.
Say it again? I didn't hear it.
Biggest influence.
Biggest influence. Probably myself.
What motivates you?
My family.
Favorite video game of all time?
NBA Street.
Favorite sports team?
Knicks.
Favorite athlete?
Tracy McGrady. Now Luka Doncic.
Okay. Favorite actor and actress?
Robert De Niro. And actress, Rosario Dawson.
Good. Yeah, she fine. Celebrity crush?
Vanessa Hudgens.
Okay. Favorite movie of all time?
Paid in Full or Coach Carter?
Gotcha. Both two headers. Where do you want to be in the next 10 years?
For one, a 2K League champion. That's one. But mainly just be well established, financially, and not have to, you know, stress about money and you know, just living good for myself.
Gotcha. What advice would you give to people inspiring to become a 2K professional?
Don't cheat the process. I said it before and I'll say it again. Don't cheat the process. It's not going to happen overnight. So if you're going to put the work in, make sure you put in for the longevity, long haul.
Gotcha. Man, you know, I want to thank you for coming on the show and doing this episode, man. You truly one of the iconic figures in the 2K League and the 2K community.
As well as yourself.
Yeah, it's about you though, man. You know, just it's good to see. I mean, like I said, for me, always just watching players, you know, grow. And about cheating the process is, I tell people all the time, you know, me, LT, Famous, a lot of people from back in the GG, it took a while. It was some years before even a league was even announced. So I try to tell people to be patient because, I mean, people see the now, but they have no idea what was going on 5, 6, 7 years ago. So, and even for some of the players, even longer. So I tell them to stick with it. You know, at this point, I want you to tell people how they can get in, you know, how they can follow you and watch what you do.
Before I get into that, I just want to say with the NPBA too, just like you said, it did take a while, you know, and I appreciate you guys for giving us a platform to, you know, showcase our skills. Cause, you know, if it wasn't for y'all, how would people even know us? You know what I'm saying? So just to touch on that, just, you know, every little step of the way for you guys to get into the 2K League, we was with y'all, and we was very proud of, you know, you guys making it well deserved. So clap to that.
Appreciate it.
As far as social media, Twitter, let's get _it_Ramo. Twitch, you got Ramo, and then Instagram, Ramo Radoncic. Follow me on there. I greatly appreciate it. Whenever I go live on Twitch, I do announce it on Twitter. So make sure you follow me there if you want to see me trash talking, beating up on these kids in the prom community.
Cool. This point,
that's my OG 2 cents.
Cool. I just want to thank everybody who tuned in for this episode, whether you're listening or watching. Make sure you keep up with the OG2CENTS podcast on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. You know, just subscribe to the channel. Helps us out. Follow me on social media at OG King CURT, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Shout out to my team, Strider Visuals, Box Graphics, and Cy Evermore. And two, you can go to www.ogkingcurt.com for everything OG King CURT and the podcast. You can catch me every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with host Larry Ridley, the crew Renee Montgomery, Kelly Wells Brinkley, Antonio Williams, Durham Roel, and Kevin Mamuzet. That's EsportsXTRA. You can catch us on Compete Forever on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. That's every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, starting at 7 p.m. Make sure you tune in to the next episode, and remember, if it makes sense, it's an OG2CENTS. OG out.
Such an inspiration.
Put this work in, fellas. And much love to the entire 2K community for always showing me love. Without y'all, we wouldn't be here. Yeah.